It's no surprise that the Stave Falls Artist Group's annual show has been steadily gaining notoriety over the last 8 years. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the artists that make up this eclectic and talented group. The next artist we will be talking with today is Walter Adamus. Walter is a recent member of the Stave Falls Artist Group and has been attending meetings in Mission, BC for just over a year. Walter, when did you first realize that you had a talent for art?
I first realized, I guess, it was when I was probably grade 1, kindergarten, grade 1, whatever. My mother brought home one of those scrapbooks, and it had instructions as to how to draw. And I started working on that, and from what I remember, it wasn't bad at all, and everybody thought it was pretty good, and I sort of carried on from there. And so I guess at an early age, about 6 or 7 years old, when I realized I had some sort of talent. And it carried on throughout my years.
So who or what influenced you and your art over the years?
Well, certain artists, and in my early years, I always wanted to be like an illustrator, and be like Norman Rockwell or one of these fantasy type artists, you know, Frazetta, this kind of stuff, which kind of, I guess, got my inspiration going, you know, my imaginative and creative juices flowing. And I always liked the art. You know, you go to a drugstore, whatever, you see their paperback magazines or books out there, and they'd have his art on there displayed. And so I fell in love with that kind of work, and I always wanted to be one. And then eventually, later on, different artists inspired me, something like Salvador Dali, this kind of stuff. Norman Rockwell was always one of my favorites. And I always wanted to be like Norman Rockwell, or on the weird side, Salvador Dali. So.
And what kind of media have you used over the years?
I guess to start off, I always liked pencil, and I've always worked with pencil over the years. And I basically started with that. And then eventually I went to pencil crayons. I started using those. I enjoyed. And one of my earliest recollections, somebody helping me or inspiring me, was a girl in school. She started using oil pastels. And that's when I discovered oil pastels, and I just loved it because you can blend the colors and everything else, and I started using that for a number of years. And then eventually I tried oils. And I got to admit, in the beginning I wasn't very good at it, and I tried watercolors and wasn't very good at it. And it wasn't until Ron talked me into attending one of his classes and saying, you know, we should join, set up and see what you do and how you'd like it. And I tried it, and well, whole new medium to me opened up. I just loved oil painting. So maybe I'll try watercolors later on, but right now I'm just enjoying oil painting.
Well, it's a very varied group of artists. I just wonder what kind of subjects you prefer to paint now.
Right now it's still life, which kind of surprised me that I would really enjoy doing still life. I always wanted to do action figures and, you know, things fun, but when I first started doing some over here at the studio, I did a couple still lifes, and I really enjoy it. It's sort of I find it as a challenge to make it look like it's supposed to look like, you know. So I found it very challenging, and I thoroughly enjoy still life.
Well, thank you very much, Walter. It's really been a pleasure talking to you today.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.